Well, it looks like we're live, everybody. I don't know if yeah, it all appears to be working from what I can see. So let's just see if I can move this a little bit. Right, is that any better? That's a little bit better. So, welcome to a Friday night chat here in the workshop. At the moment, it's just myself. Ewan is meant to be here, and here he is walking in the door right now, right on cue, and he's brought drink with him, which is a good thing. Are we being joined by anybody else?
Yes.
We are?
Yes.
Right, okay. So, what are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, first and foremost, anybody that's watching, if you could let us know if the audio is any good. We have got the heater on in the background, so you will probably hear a ticking going on. What's that for?
This. I was going to put it in my bonfire.
Why do you take it out of here?
Because I didn't think this was going to be flying anytime soon.
Right. Okay. So yes, as I was saying, if somebody could let us know that the audio... Finn, is it Finn or is it Trevor? I don't know which one it is. It's Flying Finn anyway. Thanks, audio sounds good. Thanks for joining as well. Yeah,
You've done a little bit of work.
yes, I have done a little bit of work to that. So yeah, Ewan's just spied the Titan that's sitting here. Before I go too much further, it's been a long time since evening Trevor, evening Kev as well. Thanks for joining. Before I go too much further, it's been a long time since we put regular videos up. A lot has happened in the last 2 months.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, nearly 2.5 months. So I've been away at work for a long period of time. In that time, my best mate passed away. At the same time, or if not just before that, my dad went into hospital for about 2 weeks. He then came out, and then the day I found out he came home, you went into hospital with some random excruciating pain, possibly kidney stones or stone. That all got sorted out relatively quickly, and then I found out my dad had gone back into hospital again. So it's all been up in the air, a lot of things, as I said, going on, and all of this lot has been put on a back burner. I thought it'd be a good idea to come back and reconnect with the YouTube community by doing a live stream. I don't know quite what we're going to do tonight. We've got one job we're going to do revolving around this. But other than that, I think it's just going to be a case of tongue-in-cheek winging it. Yeah?
You tell me you've done on this first.
Yeah, so again, for those of you who don't know, we have gone headfirst into helicopters. Again, for myself and Ewan to start with. Ewan's never flown a helicopter. We did put a video out. I think the last video we put out was the first video of Ewan's Raptor 30. There is going to be more of that coming soon. But this one is a Raptor 50 Titan that I picked up as part of a job lot. Building tips. Trevor, ask me what building tips you want to know. I've best part of 40 years of playing with aeroplanes, and I don't know what people want to hear. So yeah, ask me questions, that's the best thing, and maybe I can demonstrate and whatnot. And so that you're all aware as well, so I'm here tonight, Ewan's here as well, and camera assistant, who's waving at the camera but is the wrong side of it, has just joined us as well.
I don't think you're
No,
on camera.
you weren't even. Your hand was in there. Look, that's what we can see.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
So this is Emma, another member of the team. Keen to fly. So she's here helping possibly tonight. She'll probably get bored and wander off. But that happens. Right. So what was I saying? Yeah, we're up to 50. Got that as part of a job lot deal, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think that was the main bet in the job lot.
Yeah, that's what drew my attention to it. But I got that helicopter, which is basically was ready to fly. A nearest damn it mint Futaba Field Force 9 transmitter, and somewhere over there's a Horobo shuttle plus 2.
2 what?
No, it's the model of it. It's
Oh,
the
no
shuttle
idea.
plus 2.
No idea.
No, shuttle plus. It's a shuttle plus, not the plus 2. So it's the second to last one that Horobo produced. That's just going to be a case of at some point restore it as almost like a vintage helicopter to fly. This one, today, I thought I'd have a look at it in amongst everything else. And it's just about ready to fly.
Right.
So I've given it a good going over. What I haven't done is I haven't stripped, like on Ewan's Raptor 30, I haven't stripped the engine out and I haven't stripped the tank out. That's a relatively quick job to 1, free off the engine, and 2, to check the tank's all good.
I was about to say does engine move.
No, not at the moment. But what I have done is I've tightened up the Jesus bolt that was loose out in there, and the head's now tight as far as I'm aware. The blades that are on it I've taken off and binned because they were warped, and I've put that set of composite ones on.
The resins.
No, that's the other ones that were in the packet, but they're 600, so they're the right size. So that now needs a battery and receiver, basically, the engine freed off and the tank checked, and we can get that ready to fly. What are you looking for now?
That worked with a different lead on it.
That pack, yeah, but I don't really want to use that lead.
By changing the lead.
Yeah, but I don't really want to change the lead. It's going to be awkward to put a receiver plug onto that gauge of cable. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing today. If you follow us on, no, they're just the wrong size. And there's a reason why they're used for bench batteries, because I haven't got much faith in them.
I've got faith in one of them.
Well, yeah, I don't know which one that is though. Well, that's what you've just taken out your cap.
Yeah, because it was going to go into one of them.
Yeah, but it's too much for it. Had a fuel delivery, which you might have seen, which I've got to sort out, and some of that fuel was going to a club mate. We've had a delivery from Perkins, which was restocked some of the stuff that was out of stock, plus a few props added to the range. What else has happened in the last few days? That's about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Not done too much more than just because other things have been happening, but
Yeah. Oh, I picked up another helicopter for you.
nice of you
It's
to
in
tell
the
me.
cut.
Nice of you to tell me.
The one that Simon was going to give you, or has given you.
Don't
So yeah,
forget it. Or...
not just now. So yeah, Ewan's now got a 450 size electric heli as well.
I think I've got more helis than you. I've definitely got the biggest one.
So, the initial plan for tonight is to deal with this. This is, who makes this?
Arrows at least.
It's an Arrows Hobbies Hawk, the 50mm fan version. Well, you can explain what happened.
We had a little bit of an accident.
Alright, hold that thought. Trevor, do you have any shows or events planned for 25? In my head, yes. On paper, booked, no. The one that's most likely to happen, if any happen, is Wood Springs down near Bristol. And that is the weekend of the 12th and 13th of July from memory. But nothing's set in stone at all yet. A lot of things revolve around my work, and it could be a last minute decision whether we go or whether we go with a trade stand or whatever. So that's the only thing that's possibly happening just now. Sorry to interrupt you. So yeah, explain what you did with that.
Right, so with this, out flying, had a full day flying with it.
enjoyable, whatever. Went to put it in the car on the way home. I was also flying my Watt 4 XL that day that has got a petrol Zenoa 38 in the front.
Aye.
Zenoa 26 in the front.
Yes.
So you can kind of guess what happens when petrol mixes with foam. So this is all destroyed, basically. So that's what's happened with it. So,
What?
yeah.
It's a shame. That's one word for it. We use different words. Well, I use different words when I found out that what you've done with it.
I probably used worse words than you. So yeah, we've got a wing kit there that we need to swap over with because it is just the wing that's damaged. There is no petrol gone to the fuselage at all. So take the servos out and then slap them into a new wing, I believe. I don't know if there's already servos in the wing or not. So that's what we're
I'd
gonna
be surprised if there was.
that's what we're gonna go in and have a look at. Am I doing it or?
Yeah, you're doing it, yeah. I need to try and keep an eye on the chat. That's going to be too small. It's too big. Well, whatever. Sorry? Ah, so you're chat monitor, right?
Storage trap.
What, sorry?
Storage trap.
Awesome.
Right, so wings off. Yeah, right. So, yeah, the fuselage had no petrol on it at all. So that's fine. But the wing, once I got the servos out, is going to be chucked. But before I take the servos out, I'm going to see if this wing here has got it in it.
Well, why don't we put this to one side? Everything down. Excuse me. Okay.
I need to open this.
Guys, anybody that is watching, obviously on the live feed just now, not necessarily on the playback after the event, but if anybody's got any questions they want to pose to us, whether it be to do with NJR modelling kits or the videos we do or have done, or just general questions, you know, we'll do our best to answer them. That is well packaged. That is very well packaged.
Oh.
No, so have you got anything else? What's that question? Probably that one.
Do you know any good products for fuel profiling or overclocking? I can't talk about
Fuel proofing, I
Fuel
guess.
proofing over acrylic paint. Fuel proofing over acrylic paint.
Why do you need to fuel proof over acrylic paint?
Well, what I'd say, well, as you kind of alluded to there, you would need. I've never had the need to do that. I've never tried to fuel proof over acrylic. But what I would say is, obviously, don't take anything I say as gospel. What I would suggest that might work is a 2K clear coat. All of the fuel proofers that I know of do actually have a tinge to them, as in they do discolour whatever they go on to. So what I'd probably do as an experiment is have a piece of wood, paint it, finish it how you would do with the acrylics, and then experiment with a 2K clear. There was one that I played with, I got off Amazon. Just an aerosol. But once you've activated it, you put the button up the bottom of it and activate it. You push it at the bottom of the can. You only get 48 hours use out of it before it's gone off. So it does work out quite expensive. But if you've got plenty of things that you want to do the clear coating on, it's worth it. Or you buy the individual parts of the clear coat and use it in an airbrush or an air gun and spray that way.
And mix it as you need it.
Yeah, mix it as you need it, because then you just do small quantities. But yeah, that's it. I've not actually done it, but that's what I'd probably do as an experiment to see if it worked. Other than that, I don't know what would be best, to be honest. Do you want to do me a favour, you camera person? Do you just want to tilt the camera off a bit? If you unscrew it, see if you unscrew it, it moves easier.
We're good.
Well, yes, you look at it through there and see what it looks like.
I mean, you're in now.
Yeah, that's fine. Did you tighten it back up?
What do you think of the ring for a minute? I forgot.
Lefty loosey, righty
Yeah.
tighty. We'll get you into the ways of things. So was it you didn't try and get the screws out?
Yeah.
Was it up and down?
It is.
So what were the bits that came loose? So you've got to glue them in first.
I was going to do it with see you.
Okay. Have we got any foam safe that's open and not gone crusty? So guys, this is just a replacement wing that we got in from Perkins. 30 quid or something? Something like that. It is the bare wing, but you do get decals.
Yeah, steckles.
See, you get decals for the top and bottom, plus you get what looks like the covers for the servo leads. I wonder which way round they've got to go. Well, which one's left, which one's right?
Oh, this one's other.
No, if you pull them off, that's why.
Well, I'm going to assume that this needs to cover the circle, so it's going to need to go
Well,
that way. That one is going to sit on there with process of elimination.
I'm not sure, you know. Well, either way, we have to work it out.
For this.
This
No,
is
this one had
nice.
electrical tape on it. This one never had stickers. This one just had a strip of electrical tape.
Yeah, but that's the same sort of, it's vinyl. That's, it's not electrical tape. I reckon it's actually going to be that way. Rather than that way. Right. We'll stick it on one way or the other. What have we just lost now? You've not experienced this before, have you? You might have watched live streams, but you've never been in one. Is that another hand? So yeah, everybody that's here and watching, I don't know how many people we've actually got viewing just now. I think it's 6, yeah. Thanks for joining us. Any questions that you might have, pose them to us. You're watching it on there?
Add another video.
We don't need you watching it because you're here. You're it. You're in it. So something else that's been happening in the background, and hopefully it's going to come to fruition. Or two things I'm just thinking of that is going to come to fruition maybe early next year, maybe middle of next year. We've started working, been in talks with a battery manufacturer. The LiPo packs that we've been able to get have been great. They're actually really good packs, aren't they, for what they are?
Yeah.
Mainly the 2200 3S.
That's what we use the most.
Yeah, that's what we use the most of.
Greatest.
Like in these
Yeah.
and whatnot. And the 4S ones, the 4S version of the same pack. We've been having trouble getting hold of them. The supplier wholesaler just hasn't had stock, and the date for arrival for the stock has just been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. So it's not that we don't want to be able to supply those batteries, it's be able to get hold of them. So having been speaking to a couple of different people and a couple of different suppliers, we've actually, right as we speak, we've got some samples on the way to us of different batteries, configuration sizes, lithium power packs. We might also be able to do Li-Fi receiver packs as well, but that's on a much further back burner. If it all comes good as hoped for, we should be able to get these packs almost within a couple of weeks of ordering them, and quantities wise it's relatively small quantities compared to what a lot of other places are asking for. Price wise, I would say they're going to be very competitive. We're not going to commit to anything until we've thoroughly tested the samples that are coming electrically to see what they come as, resistance and what sort of load we can put on them, but also thrash test them, fly them almost to destruction, and see how they react. We've got a bit of a habit of destruction testing batteries. What have you done now? Please be careful when you're doing that, because if that had more in it than what you thought, that would have been sprayed everywhere. Yeah, we do have a habit of destructive testing of LiPos, normally unintentionally, but it does show us what they can and can't do. So that's the one thing that's happening in the background. We have still got prototype kits being built, which is one of the things that I'm doing at the moment. I don't know how well you can see. No, you can't see, it's out of shot. There's two kits over there that are getting built. There's another two kits behind the camera over there which are getting built. Hopefully for release again early next year.
Kitchen roll down there.
Just here. You always want the smallest little bit. No, not kitchen roll, glue.
Yeah, I know.
And push the horn down hard as well to make sure it's in for here. So the second bit of news, which only really came about yesterday, maybe the day before. The SAS kits that we produce have all been originally designed to fly on 15 size IC engines. And back in the day, Allen Head was the biggest retailer of the OS 15 FP by several hundred, I believe. There's not many manufacturers of 15s anymore. The OS 15 LA,
I've got no idea.
LA I think is still produced. But speaking to one particular supplier, and those in the know will know who I mean, Enya engines have changed hands in the UK. So it's still the same engines from Vietnam or China or wherever it is they're made. I can't remember where they're made. But I'm speaking with that chap to see if we can get a couple of the 15 CXs, I think they're called. For the 15 size engine, they're really powerful, and they'll possibly be cheaper than the OS LA. Certainly more powerful than the LA.
I think you need to emphasise the possible.
What do you mean possible?
I don't know how much they're going to be.
Sorry?
You don't know how much they're going to be.
No, but I wouldn't get them if they're going to be more expensive than the OS engines. So the plan there is if it all goes ahead and works how I hope it does, we might well hold a stock of those engines to be able to sell them with the kits. Simply because there hasn't been a 15 size engine on the market for a long time. The last ones were the ASP and SC 15s, which we've got in the blog display model up there. The SC range of engines has just been re-released, but they haven't yet released the 15 or the 25 into the range. The smallest they do is a 32, which might be of benefit to one of the kits that are over there. The Starjet that's being built is designed for a 32, or 25 or 32. Did you break the wing? So that might be an option for people. But yeah, we're looking for a supply of 15 size engines. The 1.5 power thing, I can't remember what brand of engine that is. Was it SH?
Yes.
SH 18. And
So they're not 15, is it not?
no, it's an 18.
You sure?
No,
Yeah, so I thought it was a 15.
it might be a 15. They also do an 18. I don't want to write it off fully just now, but it doesn't appear to be the world's best engine, being diplomatic about it. It flies the aeroplane, but we're having to use 20% fuel in it to get any sort of real performance out of it.
I still think it's a car engine, like a radio control car engine.
But it's also not a very powerful engine.
I wonder if the timing's different.
The porting on it, so it
Yeah.
needs to rev harder or something. Yeah, I don't know. But comparing that to even a 15 FP, it doesn't seem to have the performance of an FP. An FP is an old engine. So it's that at the minute is a contender in my head for having a new engine.
That particular airframe
Yeah.
can't,
Right.
because you need to rip out the whole front, because the holes are separate.
I would do surgery at the front to make it work. To save building a whole new airframe. What have we got there? Yeah, I've seen you guys are racing the what was it C32, the class I think it's called. Yeah, the pylon racing is good fun. It's just nobody around here does it. You like going fast, don't you?
I like going fast and being aerobatic. I don't like just flying in circles going fast.
Yeah. So as much as it's good fun, it's not for us just now. I have done it a couple of times, but that said, up there's 2 Wasp kits.
We're gonna see when I come to the it's gonna need to be 4S electric, the same as
Oh, yeah.
I had in the other one.
Yeah, there will be 4S. Yeah, because that's what they race. That's what they race them.
I do wish I got a video of the other one before it had catastrophic failure.
What?
The red one up there.
Oh, that Wasp. That's a totally different Wasp.
Yeah, but it was bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for joining us, Trevor. Hopefully see you again in the future. We'll be checking out your videos as they come up and following Finn's progress as well. The live stream or C32 pylon racing? I think you mean the pylon racing. I can imagine this live stream is quite boring, to be honest. But yeah, pylon racing is not something we've ever really looked got or had models that go fast. Yeah, pardon my, I thought as much. We've got models that have and can go fast. I mean, the Blob and the things, for what they are, they're fast enough.
And the Midas 40.
Well, both the Morris 40 and the 25, they're fast, but they're stable as well.
They're on rails. They're not. They do everything you tell them to when you tell them to, and
Yeah.
they do it straight.
Yeah.
So like an F3A plane on crack.
That's one way of putting it, yeah. A little F3A plane that's gone mental or gone rogue. So that's another job I've got to do at some point, is the elevator on that Morris 40. We found, again, one of the hinges has failed, and we reckon we've had a bad batch of hinges. So we're going to basically cut that elevator off and rehinge them with little point hinges, the Dubro micro hinges. I don't know how well you better see them. They're like metal pinned, but tiny. I use those in a lot of different things, bigger versions as well. So that's another job to do, because we've actually got a job for that aeroplane.
Yes, yes we do. Is that getting spoken about in this?
No, we've got a particular task that particular airframe's got to perform. Yeah, the Morris is quick. I mean, your 25 isn't that quick at the moment.
That's because I haven't pushed it properly.
Yeah, but also that is a standard old engine.
Yeah,
It's a period correct engine.
it's a period correct engine, and it's got the wrong prop on it.
Yeah. So, yes, they're quick. The electric ones are actually quicker than the 25 size. We haven't done. I've just had a thought. Just had a brainwave. I'll tell you about it later. The 40 size, we haven't actually figured out a good electric size setup for it. Physically, the fuselage will take 6S.
I reckon I think more.
Oh yeah, physically it can fit it in there, but it doesn't need a 4S setup with the right motor and prop would be fine. But 6S would be just a bit better.
I reckon we get 10 is in that.
We don't need to put 10S in it. What I'm thinking of is, I want to be able to have an electric setup that everybody can just go and put in and it work.
Well, I want to see someone else do 10 or 12 or 14s.
Somebody did 14S, yeah. But yeah, I've had a thought about
That particular one or something?
something else. What else is going on? You're still building your commission builds.
I'll be back.
What?
I'll be back, maybe.
Okay. All I saw or heard there was you going. I know you said something, but I don't know
Okay.
Well, wash is away.
Have fun.
We'll try. Camera person's away. What was I saying? Yeah, so you're still doing your commission builds. You've got the Morris and the Blob that you're doing just now.
Yeah. At covering stage.
I'm just about to cover, and then you've got another 2 Blobs to do,
Yeah.
and a thing, possibly. So Ewan's doing a few bits of building work for people.
Just struggling with time to get them done.
Yeah, it's in and around schoolwork, isn't it? And those that have asked Ewan to build the models for him fully understand that as well. Puts a few quid in your pocket, that's pocket money for buying more planes and whatnot. Yeah, so I've kind of run out of things to say just now. You're waiting on that wing now gluing.
Yeah. That's the wrong one.
What's the wrong one?
I'm working on this horn to see if it's drying up. It's the wrong wing.
I did wonder what you were doing. Why don't you glue the servos in? No, leave that.
I was just seeing.
So you've just put a spot of glue on that opposite face,
Mhm.
down there. Slap it in wet. What? What?
It's going to be a bit bad if it goes in dry, isn't it?
That's leaked out everywhere there.
You're slicing it. Yeah, there.
Yeah, okay, well,
Do you have another tube?
yes, we do. Strange enough, we do have lots of tubes of glue.
I've also got tubes sat to my left. What's that to my left?
Sorry, what? I chose to ignore you there. So yes, this is a Friday night faff. That should be what we should call this.
Friday night faff.
Yeah. Friday night faff. Is that a good name for what we're doing? So these live streams, if you're watching this now live, or if you're watching it playing back later on, would these be more appealing if we're actually building something? You know, if we were actually gluing bits of wood together to show you what we're doing. It's something that I'd thought of, but I don't know, one, what we would build, and two, how appealing it would be to people. Plus, they get to a point where we'd be literally waiting on glue drying, and we'd still be live. You know, we couldn't. I don't think we could build something continuously and get it finished.
I think we need to do it every single Friday at one plane until it's finished.
Yeah. We could possibly do something like that, like a Friday night live series of building something.
I need your hand.
What's that?
I literally need you to hold that there.
So yeah, would you like to see a live build series? Is that something that appeals? Let us know. Whether it be in these comments or through social media or wherever. How does that fit? Oh no, I can see where it fits in. Yeah, just around those. So that's got a tiniest little bit of glue holding that on.
This is close.
No.
See if this is your kind of week, I don't know what to do with it.
Well, we use what we can on it tonight, and we glue that one in. We're also going to do an update video.
Yes, yeah, I was right.
Yeah, okay. Where was I going with that? Yeah, I've mentioned in the background about the heater. It's got to that time of year again where the temperatures have plummeted outside. We had what, -3, -4 yesterday, I think. Everything was frozen this morning, like the road and pathways and everything. And the heater's been on a lot more, so I thought I'd do like an update video on that. It's not directly model related, but I know a lot of modelers have gone out and looked at these heaters. I went out and bought 100 litres of kerosene today, which should hopefully last us the winter.
Well, it went down the wrong hole.
Yeah, 100 litres of kerosene should last us the winter, because we only have the heater on when we're out here. And I've got it running off a big external 25 litre tank. A lot of people have said, oh, just go and get a big tank to have outside, a bunded tank. And that's just a lot more expense and hassle than what I want.
And how are you going to fill it up?
You get it delivered. Then it works out a lot cheaper. That's why a lot of people have done that. But you have to order 500 litres at a time. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's easier just to have this, to have it plumbed in there.
Well, it's 4 times more than what's sat there right now.
Yeah. So I'll probably do an update video on that. What other things have we spoken about? We've got the helicopters. we're doing. Oh, your trainer. Not your trainer, that trainer.
Your trainer.
Our trainer.
The trainer.
We've got a, I forgot what it's called.
Boomerang.
Boomerang 40, which has currently got an Evolution GX10 petrol in the front. And I'm not going to beat around the bush, they're crap. I've got 2 of them, and I can't get either one of them to run reliably. They are the Mark 1s, or the earlier versions. So the newer ones might be better, but it kind of put me off them. So what we plan on doing with that is giving it a bit of a tart up, a bit of a refresh, because I don't know if you'll be able to see. No, you can't see it in the camera shot. Some of the covering around the edges is starting to lift. So a few hours messing around with that, getting it back up to scratch again. And then we're looking at putting a 52 4-stroke in it. And the reason for doing that is for reliability, but also to get another basic trainer flying, because Emma, who was here, she's keen to fly. She's only flown the Bixler so far, and the next stage is actually a proper full-blown trainer.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Well, there's a box there. Yeah. No. Okay. So yeah, getting a full-blown trainer set up. So she's got something more substantial to fly. And as camera person isn't here. Is that a better shot? Yeah, probably. Yeah, so that's another video or series of videos that I'm planning on doing. Fun fighters. I've got to get back onto the fun fighters. It's a build series that I wanted to do for so long, and it's taken me so long to get to where we are just now. Things just got in the way. Time more than anything. But there's not really much work left to do, is there?
I'm going to be honest, I don't know, because it's not me that building them.
The Cambrian, rather than the Cambrian, needs the fuselage top deck put together. That's about it, I think, structurally. And then we're looking at final finish, sanding, covering, fit out. So that'll be something else that I'm going to have to film. I'm going to have to film. I want to film. But there's only so many hours in the day, and as I said recently, a lot of things have been going on that have distracted us all, not just me, not just you, and the whole family have been distracted. But we're slowly getting back into it. I've actually enjoyed being out here today, doing a few bits and pieces. Tomorrow we've got to do something that's not modelling related, so that's going to be tomorrow written off. We do the lot. Sunday we're going out for a modelling related thing, but I'm not speaking about it just now. That might well come as a video later on, as and when it happens, which could prove to be a useful video or useful information for other people in the same situation. And then next week I'm just going to be building and filming, and you've got your fun fly that you're refurbing.
Yeah.
I need to work on your camera skills and camera work and whatnot to get the right quality and sound and everything.
Right, the sound's not my fault.
No, but if we can get something that's better,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, but if you need to work on my audio, it's not my fault you told me to.
No, I
use
didn't
crap.
say audio, I said camera skills.
You said audio.
Whether I said camera skills or audio, I meant camera skills. Because the audio's crap, but it's... Anyway, he's got a video that he's put together. Hopefully he's going to edit it as well.
No.
You don't want to edit it, I thought you did want to edit it.
No.
No, I'll be editing it then. That's you refurbishing your present fun fly.
I should be done soon, actually.
Yeah, well, it's when you get time to do it.
With the wings covering, got the bottom done. Yeah. The fuselage, it's still going to go back on and then covering.
You can almost cover it beforehand. Anyway, you've got to find time to do that. You've got to find time to do the other builds as well. So I'll be doing stuff during the day. You'll be doing stuff during the evenings.
Some evenings.
And we're generally just going to get moving and get things built and finished and progressed.
I've also just had a thought about Emma learning to fly. Would it be worth having her learn on something like the farm build?
Why? Not straight away, because that's the proper basic trade. So this is something that's, again, plain ideas that we've been banding about. I want to design and build and produce kits for a sports trainer. Something that's really easy to fly, really easy to build, but takes a petrol, because you can get 10cc petrol engines that are really reliable now. Evolution GX10s, again, they're crap. But you can build a good size airframe as a trainer for a 10cc. So we did one for 10cc size, 26, 30cc size, and then something
62 sort of
the next size up. Yeah. Well, 50cc sort of size. But I have them all the same design, just enlarged and re-engineered to suit. That's something I want to do. Because we are going more electric and petrol.
Yeah.
I know I've been saying it for years, and then we start flying glow again.
I personally don't think we're going to go fully electric and petrol just because of the SAS stuff.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. All the time there's demand out there for the SAS kits as IC. We'll be flying them as IC. We have got electric. They're not big enough for petrol. Never will be. We have had ideas about going the other way, going smaller,
Yeah.
which is something that's, again, it's at the fag packet stage just now. But we're contemplating doing an experimental 2/3 size thing, and possibly a 2/3 size blob, if we can make it work.
Oh, my blob's going to work.
Yeah, it doesn't lend itself to be scaled down, but the thing does. So that might be something that might appeal to people. I don't know. It came about because you were flying this. This is Angel Wings Dammit, mini Dammit.
Damn it, it's not many.
This is the normal size Dammit,
It's the electric damn it.
electric Dammit. You was flying that at the local beach, and you decided that although that's a great aeroplane, which it is, and all credit to Andy Whitehead for designing it.
Brilliant plane.
It's a brilliant plane, yeah. It's not one of ours. So we wanted to design and build something that's one of ours. And I've actually been speaking to Andy Whitehead about the design of stuff. So that's possibly happening in the background. Again, if there's enough interest, it might happen, it might not. But we want to do one or two as an experimental. It might not lend itself to being shrunk down. This is what I don't know. It should do. What we're going to do is it's going to be the 1.5 metre thing that we shrink. Because I think the 1 metre shrunk down is going to be too twitchy.
Yeah, I think you have the wrong wing cube.
Wing cube?
No, what's it called?
Wing area.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Whereas the 1.5,
Yeah.
it's got the right proportions
Yeah.
to be shrunk down.
Yeah.
So we're going to possibly do one or two, build one or two of those to experiment with and just see what they're like. If they work well and people enjoy them, we give the transmitter to, we might well put some kits together. Might not. Just have to wait and see.
If enough people on YouTube comment saying yes, I want one, probably.
Yeah,
it's done.
if you want something like that, let us know and we'll put more focus on that. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7 SAS designs that we haven't put into production yet. 4 of which are still being prototyped, or the prototypes are being built. So there is a long queue in being able to release new kits. but they are going to be coming. You know, it is a long process. A lot of people have got a lot more time than what we have to put into the development of kits. It comes about because of my work. You know, I'm away for weeks on end, and then when I'm at home, I've got to spend my time between mod stuff and other family stuff. I mean, I'm thankful that you're so into modelling that I get to spend time with you. The girls hate it. So I get to spend time with you because you want to do the same stuff that I want to do. But it's got to be fair. I've got to split my time. So, that was the other thing we're going to try and do. Part of our fuel delivery was a load of diesel. Did I tell you I ran that up today?
Is that ready to go?
It's not ready to go, no, but I ran it up. No, it didn't. But I can't turn the needle valve without a pair of pliers. I can't get my fingers into it to do it. So it's running so rich. But it was running. This is I think it's either a 15 or a PAW 19 in the front of a Talon. Now, who did the Talon? Is it Mercury or Killcraft? One of the original control line designs. And that's something we're going to be able to go and have fun with, I think. You like a bit of control lining?
Yeah. I like messing about.
Yeah. So now we've got some diesel, we'll be able to get that out, do some control lining. Is that something you'd want to see as content? I suspect it would be, I don't know.
Probably quite a bit of uncontrolled smashing as well.
Yeah, we don't really want to break too many. That's what we could build on a Friday night.
What?
Control liners.
Yeah.
We've got several kits for that.
One a night.
Well, we could do some and see how quickly they go together.
Do one a night, and then once they're all done, cover them all. Because they take like 2 minutes to cover.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to cover them.
Can we do at least one of them the same material as the other one?
Like normal film?
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Is that something that appeals if you're watching this? You know, building some control line wings, relatively easy builds.
Well, let's throw them together builds.
Yeah, they've got to be thrown together quite well though. But go through the process of it. If that's something you'd want to see, we could even possibly start looking at that next week. That could be something we could do.
Where are they? Let's see. The big flamies are there, and then sat next to it.
It'd be the
and
flamies. It'd be the flamies we do.
I want to do the Doctors, Dominators.
Dominator, yeah, but we haven't got the wood for a lot of that. We've got a lot of the stock wood for it. Whereas the fly meat kits have got everything in it.
How much bigger are those ones compared to the other ones?
Compared to that one up there? Not much bigger. I think from memory that's 32 inch. The other ones I believe are 36.
So not much bigger at all.
Yeah. So we would also have to then find in our little stock box of engines some 15s and 19s. You've got one of the 15s up there in the glider.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is going to be well overpowered for that.
Oh, you hadn't decided what engine's going on.
I think it's going to be well overpowered for it.
Fine. Get up quickly.
Yeah. The problem's going to be how big a tank you put in it. So how long it runs for.
Put a tank in that's about the right size.
About the right size. You do talk some nonsense sometimes.
Am I wrong? Are we going to put a tank in it that's about the right size?
So, I think that's a good idea actually. Building control liners. What we need.
I reckon the first thing we do is get that engine sorted out together.
Yeah, that needs a new needle valve. That's the wrong needle valve in it. Well, it is. It's not a PAW needle valve, is it? And I know I've got somewhere in those boxes. I've got at least 2 brand new needle valves. So I'd have to dig them out. not doing it now.
Good.
So yeah, we've got some things that we want to sit down and film. Got building to do. We've got plans for content. We've got plans for Friday Night Lives. Haven't got any events to go to. Don't force it, they're still gluing.
No, I was told that outside. So I need to do the same sort of thing.
Events wise, it's probably going to be the new year now before we have anything to go to that we want to go to.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm trying to think of like fly-ins and things like that.
Well, I would quite like to go to the Cumbernauld helicopter flying this year. If it's on.
Well, it depends if you're flying helicopters by then. There is possibly the Cumbernauld Boxing Day flying. Do you ever go into that one yet?
Nope.
I'll have to find out about that, see if that's still happening. Yeah, I'll see if that's still happening this year. So that could be an event we might be able to go to. Get a flying fix.
Shake off some of the Christmas things.
Yeah. So yeah, anybody still watching just now, is this what you want to watch on a live stream? We need ideas really of what you want to see. On the table just now there's the idea of building some control line wings. Generally building something, but I don't know what that general building something is.
One of the things we could do is challenge repairs, just because you've got a smashed to bits Spitfire up there.
Challenge to repairs.
Challenge repairs. What do you mean? Well, it's sure as hell not going to be easy to fix.
Oh right. I see you mean challenging repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is, I haven't even looked at that yet to see what's involved. I don't know if the motor still is any good. There's no point trying to fix it unless the motor's alright. You're just talking about my Flightline Spitfire that I put through a telephone line.
The worst thing about it is I stopped recording half a circuit before it did it.
Yeah. The video we put up here a little while back, 3 Spitfires, and mine was the one that didn't make it home.
Shot down.
Shot down. Yeah, pilot error. It's amazing how you just don't see things like that. You know, whacking a great big telephone wire and I hit it square on.
No, you didn't see it, you just chose to hit it. That's what I've decided.
Well, no, I didn't see it because if I saw it, I would have thought, oh dear, I best not fly there and manoeuvre out of the way. But I didn't see it.
You knew it was there.
Oh yeah, I knew it was there. I just didn't see it.
Probably going through your head, where's this telephone wire? Oh shit.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, we've got a few ideas as to what we might be able to do for.
We can't talk, it's drying. But it's got.
We can talk. We can't.
We can't talk.
Yeah, we can't make any quicker because we've got glue drying just now. This is the only thing that I actually had planned for tonight. You looked down that way. Okay. Put a pin in the signer as well. Even if you have to get a new pin. Yeah, tonight was a bit of a sort of unplanned. No, the event was planned. What we're doing was unplanned. We needed to get the Hawk done, so that's ready to fly.
What needs done to that helicopter?
Receiver and battery, which I haven't got either of just now.
I've got a receiver. Challenge it.
Right.
I'll tell you if you want.
No, just now. I have had a thought about that though.
Steal my receivers.
Just put it on touch battery, so now the transmitter's on.
I've also got a battery console.
I've got batteries in there.
Yeah, but crap.
No, they're good batteries, they just need some. No, they are. They're good. They're new. When I refurbished it, they're fine.
The heater go up anymore? Nope. It's on full whack.
No, it's not.
It's warm enough in here.
Yeah, so it's not on full whack. So yeah, might put a different receiver in that. Talking about the third scale young Meister up here. Turn the heater. Right, so that's why you're going on about the heater. Right, okay. Yeah, that won't help the Uhu pour dry. Cure. Yeah.
Some dry cures.
You could put the receiver, get the receiver sorted out into the fuselage. Bin. Is that the bench?
It's easier to do it there because then I can remove everything, maneuver. Do you remember which lid goes at the top? Black away at the top. Or
It should say on the side of the receiver.
Side.
Yeah. Should have. I can't remember which channel's which now.
The second channel is the other one, the third one is the other way.
So channel 1. Oh, you point out there. Which one's the laptop?
Aileron.
Maybe I can see it.
Aileron is the second channel.
What, 3?
And then on the fifth channel we've got the yellow.
Right. So you need your transmitter, battery.
Yeah, battery.
Sorry?
You can get battery.
So these are the batteries we were talking about earlier, actually. The ones that we can't get hold of just now.
Is that a crash?
What do you mean it crashed?
I thought one of them crashed.
No? As far as I'm aware.
Different battery.
These have only been in the Hawks.
Yeah.
So, as I said, these are the batteries that I was talking about earlier that we can't get hold of. But they fit perfectly in here. Just the right size and weight. 2200s. These are actually noticeably thinner than all of the other 2200s that we've got. And I think that's just the way it's going with battery technology.
Oh dear.
I haven't got a clue.
Works.
Elevator works. What's that for?
That's my rate, so we drop around the water as well. So that's no stabilizer. That's low rate stabilizer. I think.
The first away from you is full stabilisation. Yeah. Closest to you is
Yeah.
part stabilisation.
And middle, isn't it?
Yes. So that's all readied. literally waiting on glue drying and all that to be able to get that connected up to make sure they're all working fine, and then we can get all these stickers and covers on.
Screwed together.
Yeah.
They've also been in a helicopter, not just the Hawks, just think of that.
It's not haven't been crashed though.
I'm trying to think what I'm thinking. Might have just been like a slight tear in or something.
Mike, Mini Delta 2000. You can't quite see it. The first prototype kit has flown and flew well, and then you may or may not have seen the video where there was contact with the ground.
Do you want to explain why there's contact to the ground?
I flew it into the ground. Up there we've got the second prototype kit with a few tweaks to the design, very slightly in the build, and there's probably going to be a few more tweaks to do from the second kit after what I've learnt with the very first one. So yes, I am planning on doing kits, but it's like everything, it's in a queue to get done. There's only so much time in the day. It is something I want to do. That one had, what's that one got? It's got 52?
Yeah, OS.
No, an ASP 52 in the front of that.
Yeah.
I've also, for that one, I've got the West 52, which is a lot more powerful, and is good for 200 plus mile an hour.
So basically, you can fly into the ground quicker.
Yes, so I can fly into the ground quicker. So yes, in answer to your questions, we are planning on doing the kits. I could knock those kits out right now, but I'm not going to do that until I'm happy with the kit. Until I'm happy that I can say, there's the CG, this is how you build the fuselage, everything's right. I don't want to put out a half-assed kit, because that's just not how we do things, is it? Things have got to be done right, so that everybody is happy with what they get. I do get a lot of comments on the quality of the kits that we put out, and that is just reaffirming with me what I want to achieve. I've received kits in the past, I don't know if you've seen many of them, but I've received kits in the past where I'm like opening the box, what on earth is this? You know, it's just people haven't spent the time to think about how the end consumers are receiving their product. It's one thing that I certainly spend a lot of time doing, is thinking about what's the first thing someone's going to look at when I open the box. What's someone going to think of when they're trying to glue A to B? How can I make sure that they don't stick C to E instead of C to D? You know, that sort of thing. So yeah, the Delta 2000, it's another thing that is in the wings. It will happen. When, I don't know. What I want to do with that, ideally, is get the development done, get all the test flying done, get it so I'm happy with the kit. It might be 2 or 3 more builds I have to do to get it to the stage where I want it to be. Get a stock of kits, give a couple of kits to someone to build, go to a show and release it at a show, have them flying at a show. Because I think they'll go down well.
Especially if I had 5 of them fly with.
Yeah, but I've got to find the right people to fly them, etc., etc. So yes, again, go back to your question. Yes, they are going to be done. When, I don't know, unfortunately. I can't be any more vague than that, I'm afraid.
So,
Alright. We might as well put your transmitter away just now, so we need that plugged in.
this needs to be charged before we fly, so we've got a half battery.
Okay. There's a possibility I might be flying this week sometime. But I don't know what or when.
Or where?
Or where. I mean, I might just take the mishmash, because I want to play with the speed controller and that, see if I can get it to perform better.
Just going back to the combat wings, I think we need to build the CG a bit further back in the fly mews, just because that one does nothing apart from circles.
Yeah. But it's not a case of building the CG further back. It's you've got to have a lighter engine. You can only push the engine so far back.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. Yeah. I'm still yet to fly the blob I built. Mine's saying that there must be 6 others built. I'm waiting to fly. Tom will. Yeah, I know that feeling. Every day that I'm at work, I've at least once at some point during the day think to myself, oh, I could do something more useful at home. But you've been building, you've been using your time to get other people's aeroplanes built.
Yep.
I mean, we could be gluing stuff together right now, but that's not going to be. That's not the sort of content I want to put on the internet, to be honest. Unless it was something that someone says, "Show me how to." What?
Tape it, use wood glue.
Yeah. One thing that I will hopefully be doing is a build series for the Ace when it comes about. Simply because the Ace is aimed at a beginner's aeroplane, first time build for people. And if I can do a build series where it's literally step by step, take this piece, glue it here, type build, that should help people who may struggle with trying to visualise instructions, you know, instead of a written step by step. If they can take a series of videos and follow the videos and do exactly what's shown in the videos, that might be better, easier for somebody to follow. But I've got to build the prototypes first, get them flying so I'm happy with them, and then build another one to show how it's built. They are really easy to build. If you've never built anything before, if you've never seen an aeroplane kit, you've only done ARTFs or foamies, there's so many things that can go wrong with it. There's lots of people that will be thinking, how can you go wrong with something like that? Well, the blob, that's a simple build. And I've seen so many horrendous mistakes made with that.
Well, I've seen a blob that wasn't a blob.
Yeah, we actually went to a particular flying club, and I actually said to you, why has that aeroplane got a blob sticker on it? Because we didn't recognise it as blob. That's how much it had been changed. And needless to say, it didn't fly that well.
Ended spectacularly.
Well, I didn't see its demise,
I did.
but it didn't fly that well and didn't last that long. A lot of people say to me, what if I modified it to do this? Well, why? Why modify it? All of the SAS designs have been around since the early 80s,
Late 70s.
in the form that they're in now. Yes, there's been a few little tweaks over the years, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We've tried our damnedest to replicate our kits to be the same designs in how they look and how they perform and spec, but using modern technology to make them. So instead of hand cut wings, they're CNC cut wings. Instead of die cut fuselage sides, they're laser cut. That sort of thing makes a blob go together really easily. How quickly did Simon do his? Was it a week?
So, yeah, blob, did he?
Yeah, he's got a blob.
It doesn't anymore, he sold it.
Has he already sold it? Has he?
Yeah, he sold it to Mark, something, I think. I'm sure he sold it.
Anyway, one of our club mates built one in like less than a week of evenings.
Well, I built a blob in a week.
Yeah.
When I had time.
So they're a quick build kit. But with the Ace, I don't want someone to think, oh, it's going to be a really quick build. We can build them really quickly, but we know the kit, we know what they're doing. It's a quick build kit. I want to be able to give somebody directions, follow their step-by-step guide, hopefully you won't go wrong. If you do go wrong, tell us so we can make sure nobody else does the same.
I think there should be, just off a tangent, in the instructions, if you think you've made a mistake, stop, email us, message us, phone us, whatever.
Yeah. Because what we don't want is somebody to be put off building because they've made a mistake and they think that the manufacturer or supplier isn't going to support them. If somebody makes a mistake, I'll do my damnedest to help rectify that mistake so that they can get the model flying how I want that model to be flown. You know, and enjoyed for years. So many people, I mean, even tonight, people, I think someone said tonight they've still got a model, an SS model from a long time ago. Maybe it wasn't on this chat, maybe it was another one. But people still say, oh yeah, I've got my thing from back in the day or whatnot. If they're built right, they last.
Well, considering what I did to the 1.5 metre thing, and it's flew, and it's still one piece.
What, full power into the ground?
Yeah, when the switch failed.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that 1 metre, it was the other 1 metre. The 1 metre power thing, anything. I highly recommend that you do not ever purposely put a thing into a flat spin. Purposely. You cannot get out. I can categorically say you cannot get out of them at all, no matter what you do. That said, the one that's up there that I couldn't get out of a flat spin, we found it, we literally dusted it off, checked it over, put some more fuel in it and flew it within half an hour.
And then you tried to put it in a spin again.
And then I tried to put it in a spin again and couldn't. But that's it. All that aside, joking aside, don't try and purposely put them into a flat spin. It will end badly. There's no need to put them into a flat spin.
I reckon. None of it. Tell you what,
Right. So yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? Ace build, yeah. We're going to be doing the Ace as a simple build, beginner's build. Somebody who's never flown, it's a simple airplane to fly. I have had ideas about testing that theory by giving a kit to somebody who's never built a kit to build and see how they get on with it. I don't know yet. I haven't thought. Because that's the only way of testing the theory. You know, can somebody who's never built an aeroplane before build one and not cock it up? But it'd have to be somebody local. I've got a couple of ideas.
I've got one idea. Yeah, could do that.
Yeah, we could do that sort of thing. Mike, how to apply covering. There's actually lots of videos already out there on it. What we could do is a video on how we do it, because as I said, there's many ways to skin a cat. There's many different covering types. There's lots of little tips and tricks. Could we do it?
That plane's having built.
Yeah. Yeah, we might be able to produce a video of that relatively soon, because we have got an aeroplane that's needing covered quite soon. It's not a complex scheme from memory. No, it's quite a simple scheme from memory.
It's not complex, it's just time consuming.
What's the underside of the electric?
We're doing it red.
Yeah, it's got red, so it's going to be simple. So yeah, we better do something like that. Keep your eyes peeled for it. It won't be a do this, do that. It'll be a case of this is what we're doing, and we'll show you what we're doing. It'll probably be a case of you filming me doing, maybe, rather than this sort of setup.
No, you'll need to close in as it's getting done.
Yeah.
Because you can't do stop, start, stop, start, stop.
Yeah, that just won't work. Yeah, we'll try and do that sort of thing. If that's what people want to see, not a problem, we'll try and sort that out. If anything, that will work quite well. That's something we're going to have to do this next couple of weeks. I was actually meant to get it today and totally forgot. Is there anything else you'd like us to see? Not just yourself, Mike, but anybody watching this. Is there anything you think that we might be able to produce a video on to benefit you? I don't know. Yeah, I've been doing this the best part of 40 years now. I don't know what other people want to know. I just help where I can, when I can. Even you do now in your relatively short flying career. I don't know if you guys are aware, Ewan's 16 now, and he's been flying 11 years, which is quite an achievement. A lot of people find it amazing, but he was at the flying field when he was 2 weeks old, and he's been there ever since. You've always been into flying models.
That we can definitely do.
What's that?
Engine.
What about a few engine runs?
That's very easy to do.
Alan, do you mean like how to run an engine, or just seeing different engines running?
They're both.
Yeah,
So
there's,
definitely.
it could be that they might be looking to learn how to run in a brand new engine.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Or are you just looking to see
As
a
an
side,
38.
yeah, a Zeno 38 running, or a Zeno 26 running, or a Saito 72 that we've got over there? Yeah, because I sold the other one to Dad.
Or diesels or whatever.
Yeah, we've got, well, no, we've got diesel fuel. We can run diesel engines up.
Or even process of elimination of trying to figure out why your engine isn't running.
Yeah, fault finding. But we'd have to have an engine with a fault to figure that out and film it.
Or we made a fault and pretend we don't know what it is. Or I make a fault when you find it.
No, that's just wasting time. Things like, again, I don't know if you lot would have seen, was it on the, is either on the farmyard build or the stomp build series? I can't remember which one it was. You guys have to go back and look. We had problems with the engine running, and we found that the pressure port effectively was blocked onto the carb. And because they've both got 38s in them, we had to do the modifications to one of them and change something on the other one to get it to work.
Well, the thing with it, just before you read out that one, is the farmyard ran like it was crap, it just didn't run, but the stomp ran absolutely perfectly.
But they both had the same fault, so the pulse port wasn't getting to the carb.
So,
And we've flown the stomp since, haven't we?
yes, it's way better.
Yeah. But the 38 in the farmyard isn't better yet. So
That might not be the issue then. It obviously is not helping because it has got better, but it's still not.
yeah, it's not the ultimate issue. It's still a fairly new engine as well. Just a 2 or 4 stroke, always fun. So Alan, do you mean just seeing them running, or trying to run them in? Mike, how to tune an engine or how to replace bearings? I actually did part, it's actually very annoying, on, I don't even know if I published the video. I was doing a video on my Raptor 50 recommission, and the engine in that needed new bearings, and I had a bit of a nightmare doing it, but I'm sure I was filming it all, and then when I came to do the editing the video, I couldn't find all of the engine stuff, all of the engine footage. So I don't know if I didn't record it or if I deleted it or whatever. What?
Did you just keep talking out?
So yeah, as and when we've got an engine that needs new bearings put in, we can do that. That's not a problem. 2 strokes are a lot easier than 4 strokes. But still, in the grand scheme of things, if you're mechanically minded, they're not difficult. We have got somewhere which we could do. I'm just thinking quietly to myself. We've got an ASP 46. Do you remember that brand new one where it broke the kingpin?
No, I
It
broke
was,
the Conrad.
no, it was the kingpin that broke off the crank.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it was Conrad that snapped.
No. Broke the kingpin off, but we got a new to us, but new second-hand
Engine.
crank.
Just before we keep going, has that diaphragm been always on there?
What do you mean? Has it always been on there?
Well, I'm wondering if that particular diaphragm cover has got like where they've soldered on that pipe, there's like a slight block or something, so the hole isn't as big as usual. So could that be
That
affected?
wouldn't make it. That wouldn't make a difference
Why not?
because pressure stays equal. It should be airflow that was changed.
But if the pressure needs to go through a smaller, so there's going to be more pressure.
No, it's not going to be more pressure. It's just going to go through at a faster rate.
I'm sure it's going to be more pressure to go through.
Bernoulli's theorem.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, we could going back to the engine. We've got off the top of my head, we've got an engine that we could replace the crankshaft on. Again, that's a fairly easy, quick task. What we could do then with that 46 is put the 46 two-stroke into that trainer. If you'd rather that.
I don't mind. I think because it's a trainer, it should be 4-stroke.
Why?
Just because they're not as quick for the throttle response in my head. I might be totally wrong, but in my head,
Yeah, but why would you need slower throttle response?
so you can learn to fly the wing instead of just throttling up and pulling away.
Oh, yeah, but that's, yes, I know what you mean, but it's, I think the 4-stroke might be better in there. Just because it's be nice to have a 4-stroke, just pooling around doing basic stuff. Anything else that you guys might like to see? So far we've got Friday Night Faff, where we're doing, at the moment, possibly building some control line models. We've got, I've already forgotten, covering of an airframe for video content, and engine tuning, stroke running, and how to rebuild an engine. Does that sound reasonable?
One thing I just thought was get that running up because
What's that?
the Beast engine, because that's going to need running up and sorted out quite soon.
But that shouldn't need too much sorting though.
No, still make for a good video.
Oh yeah. So what Ewan's on about is the job sounds a good one. What, my job where I work?
No, all the videos that we're going to do.
Oh right, okay. Sorry, I'm losing track of who's saying what and where. Yeah, so Ewan's saying he's got a Hangar 9 Beast just down here. Again, just out of shot.
The 100cc.
100cc size. That's got to be fitted out. You've got the receiver, you've got the batteries, it just needs done.
Yeah, it needs about 2 hours of work.
And then we'll be able to get that readied for flying, get that run up. One of the biggest problems is it's fucking huge.
Yeah. Doesn't fit on the bench, the wheels.
No.
The undercarriage too long, they're too wide.
So it'd be interesting to see how we can actually get that. Actually work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or where it is. Yes.
2 of us want to get around it. That's true. Yeah. So we've got some ideas anyway. Unless you guys have any more ideas as to what you might want to see, or if you think, well, I asked on that and they haven't done it yet, mention it again in the comments of this video or any other video. What?
I just had a proper brain fart there. What the hell is on that wall? EDF one.
Oh, motorcycle.
Yeah.
So that was another.
It was me that did it, I just forgot
It
that.
was another thing that we need to do is try and get that sorted out and get that flying again. Filmed it, or had it filmed.
Yeah,
But we-
it's on your show.
The flying video?
Yeah, of it flying,
Yeah.
but not of it exploding.
No, because it exploded as I went to launch it.
No, it exploded when I was flying away. You're thinking of my well,
Yeah.
I flew it at
Alright, okay.
Bolton, and that happened.
Right, okay.
As it was climbing away full power, to the point where I went to do that, it just went bzzz. I was like, oh. Just throttled back and just brought it in like, basically a dead stick approach to find one of the motors and fan units hanging out the back. So we're talking about an experimental blob EDF we've got up there. Again, there's another video somewhere of flying.
So I'm guessing we've decided and learned that we don't glue fans back together.
Yeah. We have got 2 other fans we could use, but they were destined to go into something else, which will probably happen and probably better than that as an EDF.
I don't think so.
Well, I think. I think possibly the best thing we could do with that one, that airframe, is take the EDFs off and rebalance it as types of.
Dies.
Yeah.
Combat blob?
Yeah, basically. Because it was an experimental one anyway. The battery wouldn't need to be all the way forwards. Anyway, that's something we can do in the future. If we wanted to get a slope soil going straight away, we've got that one and your one built up there, wherever it is.
Yeah.
What?
I don't like that one.
Well, we'll fly them until they can't be flown anymore.
I'm just not happy with how it is.
Because you've learned a lot since, haven't you? That's the big thing. So, but I don't know about anybody else, but I'm kind of running out of things to say. It is gone 9 o'clock now. So that's like an hour and a half I think we've been on. As I've said throughout this, if there's any comments or questions, put them in the chat, put them in the comments below this video or any other video. I do see them all, I do respond to them, unless they're total nonsense on them. If there's any ideas that you've got that you'd like to see, or questions that you've got about kits, or how are we doing videos, or why are we not making videos, or any questions, ask the question. As I say to a lot of people at work, there's no such thing as a daft question. There's only daft answers. So yeah, I think we're just about done here for tonight. So, what?
At some point, I think it's going to be a video of 3 stomps flying.
Yes, there most probably will be. So you've all seen Ewan's stomp flying. I've got a stomp as well, which again probably needs an evening, maybe a couple of evenings work on it to get it flying. And a club mate of ours has just resurrected his stomp as well, or resurrecting his stomp as well. So we're going to have 3 of them that should be able to fly together in very loose formation. We're not going to try and fly close together or anything like that. It's just going to have them in the air, I think, at the same time. I think that tube's on its way out. That light fitting tube, fluorescent tubes here, it's flickering at that end.
It's flickering all the way through.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not talking absolute crap.
Got another tube there,
We'll sign off for tonight. We'll hopefully have a video for you next Friday. What day are we now? Friday. Yeah, next Friday. Yeah, I'm not sure what that video is going to be. Might be headed to one.
If not, we can make it in a couple.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to sign off. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, from me and here in the workshop, we'll see you again soon.
Yeah. See you from when it.